Says we're live.
Can't play nothing that's gonna get us flagged.
Can't remember the last time I saw you. Ooh, I've been missing your face. Come on over to my place. Won't you swing my way? Cause then the pictures won't do. It face I
Look dark.
This is dirty.
The screen, yeah.
Camera.
About to be ghetto.
It's a delay, so I don't know. I'm looking on Facebook because I don't see that on here.
It's nothing like the real thing. And come see me.
It doesn't add anything.
You can reach me by airplane. Lift Uber, take a train. I don't care how you get.
It's still there though. I think we may need a new lens.
You can reach me by airplane. Lift Uber, take a train. I don't care how you get there. Just be on your way.
Not live on Instagram though.
Pictures won't do it. In face I won't do it. I really wanna see you. Just be on your way.
Can you check YouTube?
Be on your way. Be on your way. My mind's going crazy to you. If you be on your way, you can reach me by airplane. Lift Uber, take a train. I don't care how you get there. Be on your way. Be on your way. Be on your way.
I feel like you gotta do something on Instagram.
We not live on YouTube.
It's not.
No.
It's only on Facebook. Oh, brother.
White guy radio voice.
What up, Candace?
Now listening to the sound of
Eh,
radio.
I just don't think you know what I need. I need a best friend, somebody connected, someone who will always look out for me. I need a man who can take the lead. Make me feel protected and never neglected, and be faithful when he out in the streets. With me, you always feel important. Me, you always be supported. Keep my body looking gorgeous. Late flights to New Orleans. I need a man that's gonna make time, make time. I ain't talking FaceTime until it gon' stay down. But oh yeah.
the stream key. I don't know why it wouldn't be on you.
I just don't think that you're ready. Cause you gotta spoil me. Always show loyalty. Treat me like I'm royalty.
Hey y'all, we just getting it together.
We a little rusty.
I make you better though. I keep you up on a pedestal. Always show loyalty.
Huh. See, look.
But that's something you gotta earn. Something you gotta deserve. Like Rihanna said, put in that work.
Work.
I'm so sick of being hurt. Hard times, you stay with me. Lie with me. Pray with me. Cake with me. You could do this all day with me. But only Let me down. Like I need to be
know just what you need, yeah.
What you doing?
Who love you better than me, yeah.
Trying
Check you
to
on a shop spree,
make sure
yeah.
that it's streaming to
Got
all
what
the
you need,
places that it needs to go
Got brand
to.
new kids, yeah. In the car, yeah. We go hard, yeah. In the mall, yeah. Got it all, yeah. You know that I got it, I got it. Let the be making deposit. You sell my heart like you picked up my pocket, oh yeah. Picked up my pocket, oh yeah. Picked up my pocket, oh yeah. Cause all I do is go, all I do is go. All I do is go hard for you, break the law for you, got a car for you, baby. What's my time?
I just want you to love me. Hold me down. Like I need to be loved.
Do we have people on?
I keep trying to check, but every time I go, it stops the music and it starts playing the audio of the live.
Put your finger there. Can I
That's my personal one.
can I switch here to?
What they never told us? Just sign into what they never told us. Because that's gonna put you on my.
I don't know what the thing is.
You
That's
we don't,
why I
we
asked
don't have
you
to do this
do
and
that.
that. It's not. You can't switch from the computer. It's gonna be live on my page.
Girl, we'll always be together. Taylor, I love you forever. When you said these things, did you really mean it? Cause you ain't call my phone in a week. And since that argument, we don't speak. All because of
Hello.
that we let
I
come in
don't. Hey
between
Danielle. Hey
us.
Candace.
But if I gotta be the first one to say yeah, I will.
It says we only have 3.
Boy, I'm tired of the stupid games that we play. I still want
Did you share it to your page?
Oh.
sick of being apart. Tell me that you still want me. 'Cause I'm still
Again.
to get back to business. Let's get back to business. Let's get back to baby, you always had my heart. Girl, you had it from the start. Do you remember saying that? Do you wish you could take it back now? Please tell me that isn't the case. Cause baby, I'm missing your face. I'm sick of being alone.
What y'all been up to? Did y'all miss us? Tell the truth. I literally don't know what the password is to Instagram.
We back, y'all.
Don't give me
Get the energy up.
a butterfly.
Do us a favor when y'all tap into the live. Share it. Let people know we on.
'Cause I've been
We back.
way too anxious when I'm sharing my love with you miles apart. 'Cause you put me on pause. And you know the way you do be texting back for so long. It got me thinking that my service is off. I don't like to feel this way, so I'ma do whatever it takes. And if I gotta find something to play, I'ma blame it on the Wi-Fi. If it'll help me sleep at night. 'Cause I'm feeling like we disconnected, but I'm way too scared to know why. So I'ma blame it on the Wi-Fi.
Do us a favor when y'all join the live. Share it. Let people know we on. We've been gone for a year and we back with the jump off. Working through some technical difficulties. We a little rusty. Appreciate the patience.
You just wait for it to end. I ain't stupid. I just don't wanna have to lose you. So even though I say you all on your Insta, I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't. And blame it on the Wi-Fi. You say you wanna be close to me, but if that's true, then why you so far away? I feel like you're miles and miles away from my heart. So
All right, we about to start. Yo, what is going on? It is so good to be back. What up, Danielle? Candace, what is the word? My bad, I was in the kitchen. I didn't hear you. You just heard my name. Shayla, what up, dude? Welcome back. I'm going to do the app house. We're glad to be back. It's been a long time. I'm sure Brandy has said it a couple times, but as well, we almost did not come back. But, now that we're back, it's very clear that this is what was supposed to happen. We were supposed to be back. So we're just glad to be back. Can't say enough. No place like home.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Sure you can't say it enough?
Can't say it enough. Did you see last episode? Did you see the last episode? Let us know if we got to go into detail. But
we don't have to go into detail, but we at least gotta do the whole spiel and welcome him back for real. Like we just can't just jump into the episode. Like,
yeah, I was saving that for when we actually start.
Why didn't we start?
You got to record, and we usually do this pre thing, and then we go, all right, y'all, we're gonna get started. Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Russell the Four. See, we rusty, y'all. We don't remember what we was doing.
We can get started.
You ready?
Born ready.
All right, here we go. Ready? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Russell the Fourth.
Hey, everybody, it is me, Brandy.
And welcome to the first live of the season of the What They Never Told Us podcast. What is going on? Back like we never left. Who we got in the building back?
So far I see Miss Danielle, Miss Candace, and Miss Shayla, and that is all that I see here. That's all that's done spoke up and said something, at least I should say.
Yeah, it's more numbers in here. So y'all know the drill. If y'all in here, let us know you on so we can shout you out so that your name can be counted in the number.
Okay.
But
that's a lot.
Yes. So let's do a quick review. The episode was about a few things. Number one, the grand return of the What They Never Told Us podcast. We did some updates and stuff. I realized in the episode that there was a question you didn't answer. I said, how would you summarize this chapter of our marriage? Every episode or every season is like based on a chapter, and we ain't go into that.
I don't know what I would summarize or call it. We just living.
Awesome. All right.
If you had something specific in mind, please tell me. What would you classify this chapter of our life as?
I would say right now we are settled. We're settled, and you said we're living.
We're just living.
we were living. I don't know about you. I thought we were living every season of our marriage, but
we're living life.
We're settled into marriage. I think we have a better understanding of one another. I think we're in a season where certain things that used to maybe cause friction, they just don't anymore. I think we're just past that, and we're learning how to talk through stuff much easier and with far less tension.
We've learned how to pick our battles.
There you go. And even the ones we pick, I just feel like we get through a lot easier. They don't mess up the night no more. like we can talk through something and just we good, and that's refreshing.
It's a beautiful thing that we have learned and are still learning each other. But I feel like we pump faking just a little bit because we still be beefed out. We be beefed out? Yeah, we be beefed out. We were just beefed out the other day.
You be beefed out with yourself. I can honestly say that's not my experience.
Just beefed out the other day.
Who was beefed out with you the other day? When? What happened?
I don't remember, but I remember there was attitude.
You had I don't even know what you're talking
There
about.
was attitude floating in the air.
I don't
remember.
know what she talking about. Just be mad by yourself.
I still didn't see anybody else check in. We got to get back into the flow. I see, 12 people on here and no one else has said anything. So what's up? Remember to put your name in the comments so we can shout you out. I remember on the live specifically, or excuse me, on the episode specifically, asking who thought that we were walking through troubled waters was the reason why we weren't coming back yet on the podcast. But everyone that's on so far that I know us for real, and they know that we still in love.
They know some real life. Hey, hold on. We got some new. Okay, so number one, it's some OGs in here. It's some what they never told us OGs. Okay, number one, Chastity Williams. What's going on? She's an OG. She's been rocking with us for a minute. I believe her and her husband have a dope YouTube as well. Shout out to them. The homie Kiwan is in the building. What's up, my guy?
I don't know how you seeing all these people. Hey,
Ashley Banks is in the building.
Hey, Ash.
Tiffany Singleton. What's the word? Kiona Roney. Kiana. That's what I said. That
I'm sure you did.
I said Kiona. Put so much emphasis on the O. But what up, y'all? So yes. You asked me something before I started reading names, didn't you?
No, I was asking them. I was trying to figure out who the ones was spreading rumors said we was out here doing bad, and that's why we wasn't coming back to the podcast.
I never heard that.
I might have made it up in my head, but I'm sure one of y'all was thinking
did.
somebody was thinking it. Nah, but we needed that time away. We needed to take a minute and just breathe. But even though we really didn't do that because we just picked up other stuff, we needed a moment from the podcast. But I am so glad to be back. I missed it. I needed to be here.
I ain't gonna lie. The work behind the scenes is what I did not miss. Like, even before we even went live, just the rigmarole of that and, setting up and editing. I'm over all of that. I like kicking it with y'all.
One episode.
Over it already.
It's only been one episode.
Over it already.
We got like 50 more to go.
50 is a lot. You putting a lot on it. That includes the lives, right?
Yeah, and okay, I feel like this. I feel like a good rhythm is 2 seasons a year. One at the beginning, one towards the end. Like, we need to leave summer and back to school and all that. We was
off for a whole year. We at least got a pod through the whole
way.
It's not the whole year because it's dang near April. So let's just give April, May.
Y'all might get the second quarter. June, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Be gone for another year.
Be gone to November. What's the sun going?
Pack it up, yeah.
I'm going to November.
Y'all see who the
Listen, I openly protest when I need a break. But Russell be secretly, because there's been many times where I'm like, you think we should go back? Yeah, like next week or something. And then next week coming, he be like, oh, no, next week. We should really do it. And coming down to this week, I was like, we got to go live. He's like, you sure we got to go live? We got to record?
I ain't gonna lie, this one was so long, it was hard to even fathom it. The other ones, like the other seasons where we take, y'all know, we're serial breakers. Like when we break, it'd be like, okay, when y'all coming back? But this time was difficult. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Juanika. Candace said she got another topic for us already. Okay, you can tell us in the chat, or you can DM us, you can text us, whatever you need to do to get us a new topic. But this topic specifically, we kind of went several places, but I think the crux of the conversation was talking about finding time or making time to be intimate while your kids are around. And on Instagram, when we posted about it, I included like a little poll on our reel where I was talking about how I struggle with feeling sexy when the kids are around. And at first I was like, okay, yes, a lot of people like me. But then towards the end, it started to catch up and the no's outweigh the yeses. And then when I posted it on Facebook, I heard a lot of people like, yeah, nah, F them kids. Like, just do it. So I'm trying to adopt that mentality. We have a house full now. So we'll see how that goes.
I can say I've never seen the struggle.
You are a lot. Oh, for me?
Like when the kids are here?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't say I have.
So it's a little like,
I'm not speaking what's happening internally. I'm saying
yeah, I'm saying it's difficult for you to tell because when you initiate, I will, acquiesce. That's not a good word because I love participating, but I don't know what other word to live.
You initiated when the kids were here before.
Sure. Couple times.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just the stuff that leads up to that. Like if I've just been in the mood, then yeah, okay. If they just came on Tuesday, but we've been humping like rabbits Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then yeah, Tuesday it don't calm down. But if it's been like a lull, like the kids being here are not going to excite me. Like, man, we haven't had sex in like 3 days. We should. The kids being here is not going to motivate me for the we should. It's going to be more of an excuse.
Well, let's survey the crowd right now in the chat right now. Are kids a deterrent to intimacy? Who struggles with it? Just really quick, like, does it matter, or are you able to kind of do your thing and have intimacy when the kids are in the house? Let's survey the crowd. I'm one of the ones that it don't. In the beginning was a little rough, and I think we talked about that on the episode. Like, blended families create a new dynamic. Okay, these are new kids. You're establishing new levels of comfort, right? Like in the morning, I'm sitting here helping pour you a bowl of cereal, and it's like, I hope you didn't hear what's happening with me and your mom last night. that makes it uncomfortable.
That is not going through your mind.
I'm sitting here looking. So I never told you, babe. I think Mike hurt. Like he acting funny this morning. like yo, he giving me evil eye. You don't remember that? In the beginning, I definitely said that. Like, man, something weird. His energy off this way. You like, boy, he ain't thinking about you. He ain't
thinking about you.
He definitely was. He was giving me the evil eye.
And he sleep. So Candace said, I wonder if the poll is statistically men struggle less than women. Yeah, I couldn't tell who responded on the poll. It just gave it to me. So I don't know. Chastity said, finding time to be intimate when kiddos are around. Lord help me. Yep, that's a struggle for me. And she actually left a comment that said that she has 4, 7 and under. Now, they got here some kind of way, but after they here, I'm not sure. That's a lot of work. Like 7 and under, you're basically doing everything for them. At the end of the night, I ain't got nothing for you. I'm sorry. You lucky our kids are older. Because if I was taking care of 4 kids under 7, I have nothing left for you. You got to wait till they go to the other parent. I'm sorry.
I think I can make it happen.
Yeah, okay. It's definitely gonna be some of that here dang booty that you don't like.
Shit, I take if it's dry like that. Like if we're in the struggle like that, I'll take it.
You'll take it.
Beggars can't be choosy.
See,
Shayla says my kids are grown now, but I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah, I feel like you just never had that problem. Shayla's very open with her kids too. Like, look,
I respect it. I respect it.
Candace, you said you text me, but I don't have no text.
That
Candace.
surprises me because you're open to the way that you speak to your kids about things around that. It is a little surprising that you're shy around.
So I guess I should clarify. I do struggle. Okay, let me say it like this. Mine is not being shy to initiate or anything like that. Mine is energy. Like when the kids are here, I feel like I'm boop, 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 go, 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 go. So then at the end of the night, I'm not really like thrilled to get my heart rate pumping and when I'm already tired. And then like when it's time to like sneak away, like maybe they're playing or something, it's like I got 50,000 other things to do. And you know how I get when I get task focused and it's like, I'm trying to cook, So it's not, I'm worried. It is a little bit about I'm worried about them here because I don't want to traumatize them. Mm-hmm. But it's less about that than just like, I just don't have no energy. I'd be tired.
Kiana says, yes, that's right. We got 3 under 4. Hey, I need a medal. I need a medal of honor. Like that's crazy.
And when the kids start to outnumber you, like it's just a losing battle. And I don't know, like Russell is very much like when he is around and the kids are here, they play all day long. Like it's hard to get it's hard to get a moment in to be like, okay, because he's trying to keep them entertained so I can do whatever I'm running around doing. So it just don't feel like, oh yes, this is time for us to sneak away and have a quickie.
Her whole mood changed when the kids here. She be like, I want the kids here, but I swear when they be here, she be cranky. She's like, you got an attitude. Like, what's wrong with you? Just flustered.
First of all, I love my kids, but my kids are super needy. Like your kid, Cinco and Lily, are less needy than Braylon and Nia. They've gotten very used to like, hey mom, I need. Hey mom, I need.
It's a whole
hey,
episode
mom,
we need to have.
Mom, can
It's
you?
a whole episode we did.
And instead of watching them struggle most of the time, I'll just go help them. So I think more than that, I'm just, I be tired.
That's
I
a
don't be
whole
cranky. I just be tired.
That's a whole episode. We need a whole episode on the doers. The doers.
No, don't do us. We good.
I promise you, before me and you got married, I lived on my own. I remember doing that. But since I moved in with you,
Helpless.
you create this dynamic.
Helpless.
It's you. You're the problem. These kids are this way for a reason. You're making me this way. Stop doing it for every.
Making you this
Stop
way.
doing. Sit down somewhere. Learn how to rest. It's a whole episode. We can't do it. It's a whole episode.
I want to do this on the live so that y'all can hold him accountable. I'm gonna take a whole day, and I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do me. Y'all figure it out.
Please.
I bet you, babe. Babe? Can you? But well, let me just. I know you're trying to rest, but real quick, where is the?
Listen, I'm telling you, she has to set up boundaries of like, figure it out. Just figure this out on your own. But she gets frustrated when people struggle. She's like, just move. I got it.
I do. I hate to see people struggle.
And what it turns into is a lack of learning how to do this. We have a almost 21-year-old who will call in the middle of the night over the slightest of question. There's Google, there's Siri, there's Chat GPT. There are so many sources of information, but he will call at the brink of almost 1 o'clock in the morning to FaceTime and say, hey, does this chicken strip like it's done in the middle?
This is an actual scenario.
This is an actual scenario. And I thought maybe it was just him, but as I have observed, even myself, I'm like, oh my God, I'm becoming one of them.
Became.
It's not our faults, y'all. It's just like she's a tornado of doing. She just comes around doing for everybody and makes it like, why should I have to do it? She's gonna do it.
And it does play into this dynamic of like, when I am in that mode, which is what I said in that clip, it's like, it's hard to feel sexy. It's hard to feel womanly. It's hard to feel like, I don't know, soft, for lack of a better term, because like everyone depends on you. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I can stop doing it, but then y'all gonna struggle.
I'm not gonna struggle. I'm not gonna struggle.
No, but seriously though, when we talk about just like, hey, I want you 1 day a week to cook dinner, you're not volunteering to do that. It doesn't bother you that I'm a doer.
But this is bigger than just who cooks meals. This is like,
no, but it helps me alleviate
everyday things like of just that need to get done.
Yes.
Like there are certain things that people in this house can just do on their own, right?
Sure.
Pouring juice, getting a snack, like those things. Like
I've gotten way better at pouring juice and getting snacks, if I'm going to be honest with you. 100%. It's a whole
podcast episode.
It's just a little one.
It's a whole podcast episode. So let's advance the conversation a little bit.
Wait, we got comments. Can you read them? Because this app, it makes it very hard to scroll.
Got you. So here we go. Let me see. Oh, Devon's in the building. He said, yeah. Hey. What's up, family? You get air horns. Because you were what they never told us, OG. Chassie says, hey, love muffin.
She talking to her man.
I love it. Shay says, I'm coming to get you, girl.
Rescue me.
Candace says, guilty. Devon and Chassie having a whole like caking session in our chat. Like they don't share a roof.
I love it. Show the love.
Chassie says boundaries. Yep. Soft is a good word. Totally relate. I need to fight to bring my sexy back so these kiddos don't drain me.
Is this Chastity too?
Yes.
Okay.
Shayla says they will struggle for a little bit, but they will learn how to do it. So true. Yeah. It's
And
like
Kendra said, I'm definitely not an initiator either. Did you see that?
my screen closed. It's not giving me the full chat no more.
Okay. New comments coming in. Sorry, y'all. We trying to work this new system out. Okay, I saw that. Devin says, I'm def gonna initiate when I get home.
I'm deaf gone. That part.
So yeah, what were you saying? You were saying you're gonna advance the conversation.
Yeah, so not just the act of sex, but just in terms of like while the kids are there, remaining a couple outside of just being parents. And that is easier said than done because kids are a force of just I need, can you do, like they all require a certain level of attention and focus, right? So in those moments, especially for like us, we get multiple weekends throughout the month where we don't have to parent.
Yeah.
Right. We get a couple days.
Sunday and Monday for sure. We never have kids.
Sunday and Monday every week. We don't have to parent. We can just be husband and wife. That's not a luxury for people who don't come from blended families. Like you don't get to unplug, unless you're going on a weekend or something like. So how do we as couples, as married people, how do we maintain a semblance of romance and relationship outside of sex when the kids are there?
Yeah, I think we talked about on the episode trying to demonstrate for them. And I think when you have that mindset of like, I want my kids to see this, it makes you more apt to show them that. You know what I'm saying? If it's not a thought on your head like, oh, my kids don't need to see this, then maybe you won't rub, touch, hug, kiss while they're present. But because both of us have had that thought that like we want our kids to see what intimacy looks like, what healthy relationships look like, showing love to one another. So being conscious when they are around to hug each other, to kiss each other, to like sit down and be like, hey, how was your day, without any distractions. And they see us interacting and having just meaningful conversations, even if it's not like sex related stuff, touching, kissing, hugging. We're actually talking to each other. We're not just passing each other in the hallway saying, hey, I need. Like we're actually having heartfelt conversations right in front of them. And I think that helps aid in the other stuff to come because we've already established a level of intimacy outside of the bedroom. So then at night when we go lay in bed, we're not just two strangers laying in the bed. Like we've made a connection throughout the day and they just so happen to see that. So it benefits both parties.
Absolutely. And also just like, I'm big on this. Like these kids are here for a season. We're parents until we die. Like until we go, we're parents. But the act of being an active parent where your sole focus is your kids is a seasonal job.
Absolutely.
We're raising children to grow into productive adults who can function in society by themselves. And when they go, when that nest is empty and you look up and be like, yo,
I don't like you.
This is not a game. I know so many people who don't like their spouse. Like, love you, like I'm gonna care for you, I'll wipe your butt when you get sick, but God, I want you to shut up. Like,
there are a lot of people who are literally just waiting out that period. Like I'm just waiting until there's 100%. No kids at home and then I'm out.
Absolutely. And then, but there's some people who say that, then they get there and realize your whole life has been built around life with this other person. And even though I don't like you, even though you drive me crazy, I don't know how to be alone. Our lives are so intertwined. Very, very I can't imagine starting over. Who want to go on dates? Who want to do all this? Like,
especially at 50, 60, because that's
like
how most of us are when our kids are finally going, yeah, I'm just going to stick beside you.
So, like, aside from just giving kids a good example, and don't get me wrong, that is 100% a part of being a parent. Is not just like showing them how to function and handle money. Show them how to function in relationships. Showing them what's the correct way a man loves a woman. What is the proper way that a woman shows love to a man. How do we function in these roles? What does a husband look like? What does a wife look like? We're shaping their ideas of what that is. And if I'm being honest with you, this is a whole generation of kids coming up who could care less about the concept of marriage, about the concept of holy covenant. They're like, I'm good on that.
Either because they've seen it done really, really wrong, or they haven't seen it at all.
And it's like, why do that? Like, my parents were never married. Like, they were fine. And I think that's such a failure on our part, on our generation, that we did not give that to our kids. So don't get me wrong. Aside from that, though, I got to do life with you. So outside of this seasonal role of parents, we're going to be husband and wife, hopefully until the day we die. So if there's any fire that needs to be stoked, it is between you and I.
Yeah.
And we can't depend on a date night once a week to do that. Like, it's cool to have that. It should be a thing where you have set time and a set day where you pour into each other. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, there should be an intentionality between how I interact with you. It can't just be business. Hey, did you take care of this? Hey, don't forget the kids got a doctor's appointment. Don't forget you got to. No, baby, you did something with your hair. You should walk by in the kitchen. Like a level of playfulness. That's big for me.
And it's I think what you said about the longevity of the work that you're putting in, right? If I am going to make a commitment to be with somebody for the rest of my life, I want to be with somebody that I like. I want to be with somebody that I enjoy spending time with, because nothing makes me more ready to run to divorce court than thinking that in 5 years, when or we got a little bit longer with Nia, but 12 years, when she's out of the house, that we just gonna be looking at each other and stuck on stupid. Like, I can't imagine that. I've been through one crummy marriage. I'm not doing it again. I can't do it again.
Nah, I feel you.
So whatever it takes, like I went on a whole rant about doing it for the kids, but it has dual benefits, and more
100%.
of the benefit is like it benefits us, and they're a byproduct of that, because they
Absolutely.
gonna get what they need.
And-
we're going to make sure that they have what they need.
And when we focus on this, that's all going to
Just
be a
trickle down.
byproduct of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, when the more we focus on each other, the more that trickles down into what we want to develop in them about what a marriage looks like. You know
And
what I
your
mean?
kids notice that. Like, they see how y'all are or aren't interacting with each other.
Absolutely.
Like, they notice that. I will forever remember before we got married, and I was talking to our oldest son, like, hey, so it's looking like he about to come live here. Like, we about to get married. Like, this was even before you proposed. Like, what do you think? And the first thing that he said is, I can see that he makes you happy. Like, I didn't tell him, hey, this man makes me happy, but he's seen me unhappy, and he's seen the shift once you started coming around and how you were pouring into my life. Like, so he's like, I see he make you happy. He is observing that our children are observing us. They're paying attention to every single thing that we do, just like with me and my kid's father. When I drop them off or something's happening, how come you didn't say hi to daddy? Oh, what up? Like, I have to be intentional about that, because they notice that. So if that's happening in our homes where we're not talking to each other, we're not looking at each other, we're not smiling with each other, we're not laughing, we're not taking time away, they're going to notice that. And what they're likely to do is replicate that in their own relationships.
That part. We always focus on the part that we intentionally teach, the part that we intentionally give the lecture on. But the stuff that they pick up is the stuff that you never taught.
Absolutely.
Like, just the stuff that they just caught from growing up in your environment, right? How they talk, how they respond when they mad. You didn't teach them how to respond when they get mad. They just looked at you and said, man, when mommy gets mad, she cusses and does all this. Now they at the school and the teacher calling you, telling you they done cussed out the math teacher. Well, where you think they got that from? They've been watching you cuss their daddy out for their whole life. Like,
Absolutely.
stop it.
Let's take some comments. Kenda says, excellent point, Brandy. Intentionality and deliberately showing love should be a priority. That emotional connection is imperative in many respects. Anger, joy, love, peace, etc.
There's a couple before that.
Okay, go ahead.
Chad City says, I love that kids sing combo with each other and talking about how was your day. Chessie also said, "That's not me. I love my spouse. I love being around him."
Yes, girl.
Period.
And then Eric, hey Eric, how you doing?
He love.
Eric says, as a father and husband, I want to show my children how a man should treat his partner/wife. Simple kisses to the forehead and asking how the day was to my wife. There is no correct way, but just opening communication is a start. Absolutely.
Candace says, emotional intelligence is built seeing all of those aspects work through maturely.
Absolutely. And I think when she said all of those aspects, that brings into a point, and I know, Russell, you've talked about this before, but it also includes having disagreements and showing how to constructively and effectively work through that. In my first marriage, I definitely was one of them ones that, like, if my kids don't see it, then they don't know what's happening. But what they saw was us being super angry with each other, not speaking, not acknowledging each other. And it teaches them avoidance. Like, no, I now want you to see how me and my husband resolve conflict. Y'all don't have to know the nitty gritty details of the conversation or what we're arguing about, but y'all see us go through the ups and downs of life, and y'all are learning how to navigate that, so that when y'all get in relationships and y'all experience conflict, the initial response is not to avoid, it's to talk ahead on and learn how to communicate. One thing that I love about you is that you make the kids explain, like, do you understand what you did wrong there? They need to know how to articulate their feelings, their thought processes, their concerns. And in this house, I firmly believe, like, you have a open door to express your feelings as long as you're not disrespectful. Tell me what's going on with you so that I can help you.
Absolutely. There's so this is extremely relevant to me because I come from two extremes. So my father used to always brag to me about how he never saw my grandparents argue. He's never seen it. Now, on the other side, I grew up in a consistent argument. Like every day, like even to this day, they'll tell you, like, they ain't no shame in the game. If you've been around my parents, at some point they're gonna get into it, and it's never anything like, ain't nobody. I never seen nobody physical. I never saw nobody throw a plate of dishes and say shut up. Like I've never seen nobody cuss nobody out. It's just like a very intense, the most polite, intense argument ever. Let me give you an example. Like I remember this one stuck out to me. They were calling each other dear. But it was the most tense thing. My dad comes home and said she was like, dear. He said, yes, dear. Did you get the paper, dear? Oh my God, dear, I did not get the paper. Like clearly y'all don't like each other. Like right now, y'all get each other's nerves. Y'all call each other dear, but
this is not taking away the tension.
It did. Like I feel all of that, and that was a light one. But I consistently, even today, like they still have a similar rhythm of communication. So my father, never seeing arguments, did not stop him from getting through them. I would say what would be far more effective is if he saw an agreement and he saw how to handle that, a disagreement, and saw how to navigate that in a way that was constructive.
Absolutely.
Right? But he didn't get that. He just got a complete opposite. So now the expectation is never say anything that disappoints me.
Yeah.
Don't say anything combative or assertive because I don't know how to, I never saw that.
And that also gives them like a false perspective that you can have a relationship without a disagreement. But if you never see it, it's like, oh no, my parents never argue. So then when I go into a relationship, I'm expecting to never argue. It ain't gonna happen.
So let me, I've said this before on the podcast, but if you're new, you might have never heard me say this. My entire first marriage, even through divorce, we have never had an argument. I have never argued with my ex-wife, even through a divorce. We have never had an argument. What that should tell you is that the absence of difficult conversations does not mean the presence of good relationship. Like I would say quite the opposite. The avoidance of the difficult conversation creates more tension and just it's not resolving the issue. It's just avoidance to it. Yeah. Right. So I'm a big proponent on and this comes from someone who hates arguments. I just love positive interaction. I want to play all day. I want to like hug and like let's just have fun. Let's not. But I understand now. Let's just have the difficult conversation so we can get through it and get back to the stuff we all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big proponent of that. Comments are coming in. Shayla says, definitely model for your children and show them what love looks like. They will have more tools in their box when they start to live life for themselves.
Kiana said, I've seen couples where once they become empty nesters, they end up leaving their marriage because all they've done is take care of kids and lost connection with their spouse along the way. She also says, our kids are always watching, even when we don't think they're paying attention. Absolutely.
100%.
Maybe even more when we think they're not paying attention.
Man.
I remember we still do, like, watch certain shows, and I'll think, like, it may have like maybe some bad words, or maybe it'll be a little teetering on scary. Our 7-year-old is extremely scary. And then she be like on her iPad. So I'm like, she's not paying attention. And then at night she'd be like, Mommy, I'm scared to go to sleep. Or she'll be like, Mommy, why were you watching that show that said all those bad words? And I'm thinking she's so immersed in her iPad that she don't even know, like, I'm calling your name, you're not answering me, but you see what's going on the TV. Like, but just the thought that, oh, they don't know. Nah, they know.
Yeah.
They see it all.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to get too deep in this, but I think it needs to be said. Words are not just the transfer of communication. They're also the transfer of spirits. It's also how you transfer energy and spiritual connection. Like, you can break down someone's idea of self-worth with words.
Power
not
of
because
life and death.
Yeah, it's in the tongue, and it's not just because you gave them information. It's you transferred something spiritually with your words, right? Like, you can speak death on somebody just with the power of your words. Whoever said sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me, they lied. They lied to us all.
I am a living testimony of that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we talk, Russell and I, together all the time about just me finding my voice and finding power in my voice. Because as a kid, I was told, shut up. Nobody wants to hear you. Stay in the child's place. No one cares what you think. And that literally stuck with me and really created the person who I am. In some situations, I'm super aggressive, super bold, super straight to the point, because I'm like, nobody's going to shut me up. I got to say something. But then in the moments where I'm not, like, it's not coming out of anger, it's not coming out of frustration, it's just coming out of, I have a word, I want to pray for you, there's something that I need to tell you, and I want to encourage you, and I feel stuck, like nobody wants to hear from me, nobody cares about what I have to say, my voice doesn't matter, like, all because somebody told me when I really did have something to say to shut up and nobody wanted to hear me. It's powerful. Like, we can kill each other with our words and our children. I saw something that said you shouldn't yell at your kids before school because it shapes like their whole day. And like, I took that to heart. Not that I yell at my kids, but I'm trying now to be like, okay, the stuff that I needed you to do last night that you didn't do, this morning is not the opportunity to the opportune time for us to discuss it. I'm this right now. Look, when we get home, we need to talk. Some stuff you need to do, but I'm not going to yell at you and fuss at you before you go to school, because I want you to have a good day. And I don't want you to go to school and be acting out your frustrations because now you worried or scared or, trepidations about what's going to happen when you get home.
My fuss can happen any time of the day.
Yeah, you just be fussing anyway.
Yeah, I work through it.
Be fussing.
But hold on, so this is where the new school parenting. I'm still trying. There's some good stuff in there, so I'm not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, right? But in my mind, it's like you can't be corrected, and everything that is along the lines of correction and discipline is not always a pleasant conversation.
Absolutely.
But I'm not waiting till you get off of school to correct you or to discipline you because I want you to have a good day. You being disciplined should not mean that you don't have the ability to function in the rest of your day. I don't know. That's just why I be like, sometimes we be too soft on these kids because I got fussed at plenty of them and I had a fine day. I didn't.
No,
it didn't destroy my day.
You was at school acting a fool.
Not me. My mom was Brenda Davis.
But
who was acting a fool?
I think there's a lot of, personal opinions and dynamics that play into that and the way that we choose to do things. I not saying that I won't correct them, but I'm not going to fuss at them is what I'm saying.
That's good. What's flesh that out so people can know the difference if they don't.
Like, to me, like, if you need to do something, if I'm saying, Brad, hey, I asked you to take out the trash and you didn't take out the trash, can you take out the trash? That's different than I'm going to sit down and have a conversation correcting and fussing at you and frustrating you before you go to school.
So you're just speaking to more of like a berating with words.
Yes, absolutely. Like,
Okay.
because there are times where I'm just fussing at the kids. Like, I'm frustrated. Y'all ain't did nothing. So I'm just like, it's not, I'm not asking you to do something. I'm just fussing about all the stuff that you didn't do, right? And before they go to school is not the time that I'm going to take them to do that. Or on the other end, if there is a parent who is a little bit more on the angry side and does yell and scream at their kids, like, what I saw was that before school was not the most opportune time to do that.
For sure.
Kids going to school acting crazy and cussing out folks because they frustrated and they scared to come home.
No.
Hey, Kay.
If you're going to school cussing out, look, don't get me started. I work in a school. If you're going to school cussing out the teachers,
They see that somewhere.
it's because discipline didn't go on. You need to get fussed. You might need more than that.
Kiana says, it makes you more aware of your words and their meanings. It should. It absolutely should.
Kay and Brandy in the building. What's up, family? More what they never told us OGs. What up, bro? You get air horns.
Our conversation deviated a little bit, as it tends to always do on the live, because why are we just going to come out here and repeat everything that we said on the episode? But I think that was a meaningful discussion of just about modeling, like, what you want to see through your kids and what you want to see for your kids. Like, I can't be mad or upset at my child if they grow up and repeat the same cycles that I showed them. Like, you were supposed to do something different. How?
That's it.
Who showed me how to do something different? Like, that stuff does not come just from living life. Like, it comes from being taught. Like, raise your children to be productive citizens. We not gonna always get it right. But if you want them to break the cycles that they saw in your home, you have to start modeling that for them and teach them how to do something different. Because if your mama on crack, your daddy on crack, your grandpa on crack, your grandma on crack, 9 times out of 10, them kids gonna get up and try some crack because that's all they know.
That's it.
Maybe a bad example, but y'all get what I'm saying.
I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's why we live in cycles of poverty, because that's all they seen.
That's
They don't
it.
know nothing different.
Absolutely. But like, and kind of circling back to what we're talking about, when you're being your best self, almost everything is gonna trickle from that. When you're just trying to be the best version of yourself, in that you will also be a better dad. You'll also be a better husband, because the more you put into your personal development, whether that's with your emotional intelligence, whether that's learning how to communicate better, whether that's not communicating through the lens of frustration and communicating through a lens of care, all of that is going to bleed into the roles that you play, because you're not just one version of yourself. Like, Russell the dad is different than Russell the brother or the son or the husband of the father. Like, those are all different versions of me. But the more that Russell just as a whole gets better, the more I'm growing in God and I'm praying and I'm just being the best version of myself, the more that everything else, every role that I'm in, whether that's on my job or in my home, everything's made better because I am keeping the main thing. And that's also in marriage. This is two becoming one. So yes, we function with a degree of separation because she's always going to be her, I'm always going to be me. But spiritually, we are connected. Till death do us part, we are connected. We are one. And in that, the more that we work on this, everything else is going to be a byproduct of that. Everything else is going to be improved by that. So when I'm loving her and honoring her as the woman of my life, and I'm loving her well, serving her well, then my kids are blessed by that. My kids are developing better. Like, the more we are loving on each other, now it's lending into other things we're concerned about. Now, when we talk about finances, it don't have to be an argument because I'm learning how to communicate outside of just the things that frustrate us. Man, I forgot to pay the water bill. They done shut the water off. Man, it's all right. Listen, we figure this out. We're gonna make it happen. It don't gotta be an argument. Now, by that, our kids see something. They see they also seeing, okay, how do I respond when I'm frustrated? They're forming their idea of what does it look like to be mad, right? What does it look like to make a mistake? When they spill juice on the carpet and it leaves a red stain, and instead of being, go get my belt, we says, all right, listen, it's a mistake. You didn't do it on purpose. We had one of our kids, they made a mistake recently, and they were so afraid to communicate the mistake. They were like, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I'm not going to say nothing. But it gave us an opportunity to so many layers communicate something. Number one, we showed how to respond when you're frustrated, because our child saw me frustrated, but they didn't see me yell. They didn't see me raise my voice. They didn't see me respond in aggression. I didn't get in his face. My fingers weren't pointed. It was a conversation, right? They were able to hear, okay, how do I respond when I make a mistake? Okay, when I try to cover it up, and what they call it when you don't tell a lie, but you
omit.
When you omit the truth, right? Does that help or does that hurt? Like, on so many layers, we were able to teach and to show and to demonstrate. And that's a long-winded way of saying that's what this does. The better we are at being a husband, or the better we are at being a wife, the better we're serving every other area in our life.
Yeah. And I think we talked about, or you said on the episode, that people who usually put their relationship on Front Street or start writing books, like, usually that crumbles. And I think that happens because it's being talked about, but it's not being acted out. And you will see the fruit of a good relationship in every aspect. It's not, this is good and everything else that I'm connected to is bad. No, if this is bad, then everything else that I'm connected to is bad, because if I'm not getting what I need at home, I go and spew that need or that deficit into everything that I do. I'm more frustrated with my kids. I'm more frustrated on my job. I don't want to hang with my friends, or maybe I want to hang with my friends more because I don't want to be at home. Like, this right here, that marriage, that relationship establishes the precedent for everything in your life. And if that's good, everything you touch will be good. Not because you're good, but because God honors that. God honors marriage. He honors the covenant that you two have made with him. So he gonna bless everything connected to you. Everything ain't gonna be good at all times, but in the end, everything that you touch will be blessed because of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, one of the main reasons why we came back to the podcast, and this is it's a labor of love, but one of the main reasons was because we genuinely felt like, man, yeah, we've talked about sex before, we talked about cheating, we've covered all the things, right? But it's like, while we're having the conversations, we're also seeing so many people who are living lives at 30%.
Absolutely.
At 30%. And the other 70% is comprised of frustration and unhappiness. I'm not trying to get deep. In life, there is nothing more important than relationship. In every facet, there is nothing more important than relationship. You say, well, what about God? That's a relationship. It's a relationship between you and your spiritual father. When you are on your deathbed, you are not worried about how many followers you got. Did your business, was it successful? You're not worried about how much money do you have. You're going to want to know who's at my bedside. Let me see my son. Let me see my wife. Let me be surrounded by the people that I love. It is the most consequential thing in this life. It is also, because of that, one of the most stressful things to maintain.
Absolutely.
Right? But if it is the most consequential, if we can look back and say, dang, you're right. I had this ministry meeting. I was talking, it was a men's ministry meeting, and we had men from upwards of 70 down to 19, all men. And I was telling my wife this. I said, I had to lead the men's ministry meeting. I was like, yo, everybody go around and talk about the one thing that you're committing to do. Everybody in the age range had similar things that they were focused on, right? All the dudes in their 19s was like, man, I wanna focus on my career. I wanna, there's some people like, I want to stop cussing so much or whatever. All the dudes in their 30s, man, I want to focus on my finances. We're focused on making sure we have something to leave to the next generation. We're at that age where it's like, yo, if I want to go on vacation, I just want to go on vacation. I don't want it to break the bank. Like, I want to be able to step into life where I don't have to worry and stress
about money.
Every man who has some seasoning on his life, who had lived life and had been through it all, they didn't say nothing about no money. They didn't say nothing about no. All they cared about was their health and their family. Health represents how much more time do I have. I want to do better with my health, and I want to fix a relationship with my children. I want to be able to communicate with my wife effectively. That's all they cared about. And it was so telling to me, because when time starts ticking and you realize that the time on the clock is winding down, it'll make you focus on what's really important.
Absolutely.
And I said, you know what? I'm changing my goals for the year. I'm going to figure out finances. I'm going to make sure that when I get to 70, my kids, I don't got to worry about my relationship with my kids. I'm going to make sure that when I get to I don't have to worry about my health. I was like, baby, she been telling me, stop drinking them energy drinks. I don't want to get to 70 and be like, dang, I wasted my 20s and 30s trying to like stay awake for an extra hour to finish a Netflix movie. Like, go to sleep, bro. It's cool. Like, you got one heart. Gee, take care of it. So it was so telling, y'all. Relationships are so important. So that's why the What They Never Told Us thing is like, okay, we have to come back. I don't care if we talked about cheating before. Let's talk about another aspect of it. Yeah, we talked about sex before. What else? We ain't talk about everything about it. We're going to keep the conversation going.
And I do feel like, he just has just such a funny sense of humor. And I used to struggle, like, I don't know if I hear God's voice. Like, I don't know if it's me or if it's him. Like, more than God has told me, I need you to be back here. I need y'all to be doing this. He showed me. Because the moment I was like, nah, I don't think we should do it no more. The people around me in their relationships started to struggle. And instead of pouring out massively here on the podcast, we've been pouring out individually, trying to help people maintain, stay, or navigate relationships. And my view was like, if these are just the few people that I have connected to me, how many other people in the world are out there struggling and they don't have anybody saying like, look, you need to do this, you need to do that. Have you tried this? What about this? So More Than God is just like the voice from on high saying, you guys need to be doing the What They Never Told Us podcast.
I like how you hear God. You guys.
No, God is real sassy with me. He'd be like, child, listen, get it together. You're wrong. But he showed me, and I was like, man, like my burden is not just for the people that are close up to me. Yes, I want them to thrive in relationship. Yes, I want them to be happy. I want them to be whole. I want them to be healthy. But like, I have that burden for people that I don't even know. Like we watch TV shows and I'm like, why do you think he said that? What about we analyze Family or Fiance. We analyze these shows because we have a burden for people to not go through or have to walk through what we did. And if just being here talking about, I had this experience and this is what I learned from it, could help that, I'm going to be here as long as there's people struggling in a relationship. Like, until he say, nope, you done. Like, and you got me.
And even if it ain't on a mic or in front of a camera, like, it's just, I think that's something that, it's just kind of attached to our story. And because of that, we keep finding, whether it's, helping people find new relationships or it's helping people navigate an old one, like, we just keep getting put in these positions. And it's like, man, God, you really keep, even when we're not trying to, you keep pushing us into space. So I'm happy that we get to serve in this place, and all the people that's been rocking with us, man, and have been blessed by this platform
and encouraging us, God.
Yeah, for
because real. all the messages, all the catching us in the grocery store, like, when y'all coming back?
Or in the DMs.
It helped. It helped.
That part. Let's take a couple comments. Shayla says, like it said, there's no manual for parenting. You learn as you go. When you know better, you do better.
Come on.
That's what's up. Candace says, amen. What? They never told us in all capital letters, period. This is for you from Eric. He says, now we crackheads.
I mean, a little bit. A little bit. Replace crack with whatever your toxic trait is. Don't pass it on to your kids.
Golly. Kay and Brandy said, you in my dissertation right now, bro. Listen, that's got to be a good dissertation, Doc. Listen, that needs to be said. Write it. Write the vision. Make it plain, family.
Or confirmation that you're on the wrong or on the right track. Excuse me.
Yeah. You want to read something?
All I see is this is so good and preach in that part.
Yeah,
so.
that's all I had left.
Okay. In case said, hey, I just realized I never picked up my hoodie.
Yo, fam, I ain't gonna lie.
Russell been wearing it.
I've been wearing a hoodie. I got in a car accident and my hoodie they had to cut my hoodie off because I had to get in the ambulance. And I said, dang, that was my favorite What They Never Told Us hoodie. And I saw that one in the bag. I said, dang it. But we made some more hoodies. I got some for you, fam. So never fear, okay? Well, there's more where that came from. We got you. that hoodie had to be, like, I got an accident, fam. You got to give me a pass, bro. You got to give me a pass, bro. It was a traumatic situation.
All right, y'all. It is 9:40. I'm going to say it again just for the sake of saying it. It is so good to be back. And this is my favorite part. Like, okay, it's cool for us to sit down here and talk to one another, and we can do that all night long. But having y'all feedback, knowing that there are people on the other end that are receiving what we're saying, like, and y'all get to talk back to us. I love that. I think we need to find a way to record all the episodes live. Like, I feel like it just should happen.
Okay, I got you, bro. That's all I was coming. I got you, Brody. Yeah, man, listen, love y'all. So glad to be back. We will be back with another pre-recorded episode. We're getting better with YouTube. I just enlisted some help for us. So, Lord willing, if all says the same, YouTube will be available on Tuesday. Lord willing. Heavy on the Lord willing.
It will. Tuesday or Wednesday.
Either way, it'll be there one of them days.
I like the flow of like the recorded episode on Tuesday, the video on Wednesday. We go live on Thursday. Keep y'all
I just feel like when we do that, YouTube don't pop as much. Like when it's there Tuesday, it'd be like 100 people.
Not 100. Devin said the night is young. Y'all can go another hour, make up for lost time. We could. Oh, don't. I was gonna lie and say we got kids. I gotta go to school, but they on spring break. But yeah, we gotta go be intentional about our intimacy and our loving time.
Man, you trying to cut into my time, brother? Don't do that. And the way y'all was just playing lovey-dovey in the comments seemed like y'all need some time
Put
too.
Them kids to bed.
No, man. Love y'all. So glad to connect with y'all again. Like I said, new episode Tuesday on streaming platforms for podcasts. YouTube will be up either Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll be back next Thursday with another hot topic. And listen, out of all the topics that because we pre-planned topics through on our off season, and out of all seasons, I will say. It's crazy because we just said we feel like we don't got nothing to say, but I will say that these topics are the favorite talks that we've had for all seasons. Like there's a music one we got coming up.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Y'all gonna love it.
I can't wait for y'all to have it.
Just remember it was my idea.
It was Brandy's idea, and I will say this: most of the best ideas from the podcast are her idea. You see these pictures right here?
Well, the wall not done. Don't point that out. It's not done, but we had to hurry
It's
up.
gonna look great when it's done. But you see where we're going with it. You know what I mean? Like, her idea. Yeah, she's amazing. So great stuff coming this season. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We love y'all. We love love.
Y'all should love too. Peace.
Peace.